Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.
Welcome to another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. I am your host, the cultural commentator, Chase the Dark Sage, here with my co-host, Moody Marlin.
What up? It's T. You know what I mean?
And today we are back with another episode. And B, I gotta tell you this. I think Kendrick knows when we record. I think he kind of hates us to a degree because he already knew everybody was going to be talking about this. Everybody's going to want to be talking about this throughout the whole weekend.
Right.
He knew that this was happening. And this is my thing. Why didn't he want to be on the release schedule for the BBC? You already know when we do this, we already start like our list of albums that we're going to review during the week. And so we had to do a whole emergency episode just for this man because did you expect for him to drop?
Bro, no. Not yet. We was I think we predicted something at the end of the
Around
year.
the Super Bowl or something.
Around the Super Bowl. Like if I was thinking like maybe at the end of the year in December or like January or something like that. But I don't know, man. Bro, 9 a.m. Like have you saw the RDC World skit yet?
No, I have not yet.
Bro,
I didn't
I'm
even
about to
see it
send
pop up at all.
I think they released it like a few minutes ago. I'm gonna have to send it to you whenever we done. But nah, them boys are wild.
But welcome to another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. This is our emergency episode. It's crazy that he dropped this. And this is our 50th episode, I believe, if I'm doing the numbers right. So this is crazy for the 50th episode. It was supposed to be next week, but this man decided to drop. So this is going to be the 50th episode, this emergency episode.
This is our first Kendrick album. Like, it's crazy because now we document it now. Like, just picture if we was doing this sooner, V, and all the stuff we'll have in the Rolodex. And now we have Kendrick. First album.
This is our
This is gonna be our second album. It'll be
yeah.
our second album, but like first album that like he actually released.
Oh, while we was doing this.
Yeah, while we was doing this.
Yeah, I plan for us to maybe do them all at some point. Not all
that
at
would
once.
be. Yeah.
All at some point because I would love to do something like that for like Drake, maybe Cole. I don't know.
Yeah.
We gotta do that for the big three since. You don't want to do that? Cole dropped two mixtapes this week.
Did you listen to come up?
I re-listened to both of them this week.
The
Both
warm
the
up
days it dropped.
The warm up been in my phone. I was listening to that like a few months ago. Yeah, it's been in my
Once
phone.
you told me how to do the local files, it's been in my phone as well.
Yeah.
But you know, actually, it's funny. This week I've been editing all the metadata for those files.
Yeah.
The local files to be on there. And it's funny, as soon as I drop all that stuff in there, he wants to drop that on stream.
That's crazy, bro.
Friday Night Lights is next.
Oh, that's what I'm ready for. Even though I got that in the phone too, but still.
Same. But I want to support. I want to be able to actually listen to it on DSPs, which would be nice.
Allegedly, I might not. Who knows?
But obviously, from today's title, guys, you can see that we are going to be talking about Kendrick Lamar's, his sixth album? GNX. I think this is
I think it's his sixth album.
Do we count Section 80 as an album or a mixtape?
I count it. I count it as his album. But I think his major label debut will be Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, but that's a major label debut, though.
Yeah.
Like, if Soul were to get on Def Jam, his first album would be a major label debut, technically. So
I still count Section 80.
Section 80
I think Section 80.
So Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly,
Dang. And Mr. Morale,
Big Steppers. Okay, yeah. So this is his sixth album, even though some people are theorizing that this is his mixtape. This is a mixtape. I'm like, all right,
we're
gonna talk about that later on.
Yeah,
we'll have a little discussion about that. But if you guys are new to the platform, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like the video. On the YouTube platform, we're all available on all other DSPs like Spotify and Amazon Music if you are that nasty. And timestamps will be in the description down below, so that way you can skip to certain parts of the actual discussion in case you don't want to see the whole thing. Maybe there might be clips of this. I don't know. We still have an actual full episode that we need to actually put out for next week. So episode 51 will be coming out next week. We usually drop them on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. But like I said, timestamps will be in the description down below. Make sure you support the podcast platform or the show in any way that you can for free by commenting, liking. Check out the description to see all of our socials. And we have a Google form down there for people who are underground artists who want their music to be heard. It doesn't guarantee that your music will be heard and reviewed, but if you want a chance for us to give a review, a critique, or whatever, make sure you fill out that Google form. It will be in the description down below. Like I said, all our socials are down there too, in case you want to hit any of us up. And make sure you keep the conversation going in the comment section as well. But before we actually get into this, how have you been since the last episode? Even though that was 2 days ago.
I've been all right, B. Right now I'm doing great. You know what I'm saying? New
Mhm.
music. And this is our first time getting some besides the diss tracks from Kendrick and like Let's Watch the Party Die. So
Mhm.
like I'm feeling good. I'm a Kendrick fan, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I'm
Wait.
feeling
So
good.
that means you're not a Drake fan, though, right?
I'm probably a more Drake fan than Kendrick fan, you know what I'm saying? But
Whoa! Are you telling me that you're a fan of both?
yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know
Oh
that's
no, you got to
uncommon in
pick a
these days.
side.
It's
You got to pick a
bro,
side.
B, you either it's like, bro, it's like politics, B. It's
Hmm
like you either a Democrat or a Republican when it comes to
Hey,
Drake
who
and
is
Kendrick,
who?
bro.
Who is who? Is Drake
Drake
the
will be,
Republican?
yeah, Drake will be Trump. Kendrick
So you
Kamala.
telling me J. Cole's the Green Party?
Yeah, yeah, J. Cole is the Green Party. Most definitely. That's perfect. J. Cole is Jill Stein. He is the Green Party, bro. He
Oh.
is, most definitely.
Mm.
Cause like if you look at the J. Cole fans, everybody yapping about Drake and Kendrick and Cole's fans, like, but they still not rapping better than Cole. Everybody like,
No.
shut
Everybody's
up.
like,
Everybody,
hey, the warm up came up
hey,
though. That's Cole's
yeah.
best tape.
Everybody like, yo, shut up. Nobody want to hear y'all right now. Like, get out of here. Like, come on, bro. They like poking out, like, hey, remember he dropped the warm up, and now they trying to force the podcast.
But episode 3 came out with
It's
the
out. It's out. Come
mixtape.
on. We like go, Kendrick dropped.
Facts. Hey, move along.
Move along. Oh my God.
Oh, hey, everybody that dropped today is it's friendly
B
fire coming across
B.
everywhere. Cause look,
I'm
the Ice Cube, the West Coast
bro.
legend came out today as well.
Bro, Bodie B, I'm happy I got all those listens out the way in the morning.
Hmm
Cause like I got them all out the way. And I'm of course play them tomorrow as well. But I'm
hmm
happy I got them out the way if I can just the rest of the day could have just been on the Kendrick album. And
hmm
that's how I spent it. But bro, I was like, let me get this Ice Cube out the way first. We're gonna
Uh-huh.
talk about it. We're gonna talk about it in a few days, but
Yeah, we're gonna
oh,
talk about it in a few days, but I'm not gonna lie. I am a bit surprised of my reaction to the album after listening to it. I also listened to the
mhm.
Bodie too, but we'll be talking about
Yeah,
those
we'll
albums
talk about it. Yeah,
in
yeah.
next episode. So that'll be in a few days. Make sure y'all come
Mhm.
through on Wednesday. But if you guys can't watch the whole episode, you can at least watch the clips. The clips will be up.
Yeah, you lazy bums.
Yeah, but for me today, I'm all right.
Mhm.
I didn't know that this was dropping. You texted me about the Ice
Yeah.
Cube album, and I'm looking.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is an
Uh,
hour. I'm gonna regret this. Earlier, one of my bulbs for my light box went out, and
I
so
saw
I had
you
to
post that on Twitter, bro.
yeah, so I had to order a new one off Amazon, which I'm glad they just sell the bulbs on their own.
Yeah.
And today Marvel vs. Capcom came out, physical
Oh,
edition. The digital been
okay,
out,
okay.
but the actual physical collection, because I like to preserve my games. The physical collection came out, so now I have like what 6, 7 games all on one disc. It feels
Mm.
nice. I was like the real classic drop today, guys. That Kendrick guy, he's trying to distract you.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
literally, I was getting ready, and all I saw was the GNX or whatever trailer. I saw it drop.
Bro.
And I'm like, wait. What's happening right now?
Hmm.
We could talk about it, but when the trailer dropped, I'm over here drinking my coffee. I'm like, okay, the trailer dropped. I'm like, everybody's hyping it up. It's another
Hmm.
snippet. We've been saying it on the channel for a long while. We ready for the album. Stop teasing
Yes.
us with this. The Big Three has been doing all these releases on social media, on Instagram. We'll watch the party
Hmm.
die, some of the diss tracks. Even J. Cole has partaken in some of the online drops with Porto Antonio, with him basically apologizing to Drake on track,
Yeah.
but he also apologized to Kendrick on stage.
Hmm.
We was wondering when the album's coming. A lot of people were speculating that it was going to be before the Super Bowl, a little bit after the Super Bowl, same day of the
Right.
Super Bowl. This man dropped a trailer, and he did his most infamous move: tweet the link out.
Yeah. B. I saw the trailer for the first time like an hour or two ago.
Hmm
I didn't get to see it. Wanna know why? Because you text my phone, sent me GN, you sent me the Spotify screenshot. I'm like,
hmm
I went in a panic. I'm talking to like three people like I work with. We was like just talking and stuff. And then I saw
hmm
your text. I'm like, what? And then they left. And I looked over at my coworker. I said, yo, Kendrick dropped. He said, what? And he went to the computer. He put it on the. I said, yo, I gotta run to my. I ran to my car, grabbed the big headphones. I said,
hmm
yeah, I'll talk to you later. And he put it on the speaker on the Bluetooth, and I put it in my headphones. I was like, yo, bro, I gotta consume this by myself. And I
hmm
just like zoned out for a bit at work, bro, in the back. And I was just
hmm
like, oh yeah. Let's get it started, bro. I'm like, hey, yo, we might have to do emergency pod. And you said it. I was like, hey, I'm
My
down.
girl suggested this, so I gotta say
Oh,
thank
she
her
did?
because
Oh, yeah.
she suggested it.
Ah, smart. My girl would have never.
She doesn't believe in the pod.
You
Then
don't
that's what
believe in
that
a.
means.
She gonna be like, more time on that? No. Oh
But
my
yeah,
god, but
coming into this album, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect for Kendrick to drop. All I saw was a screenshot on Twitter of someone said, they added someone. I think it was the low key dude from Apple. They was like,
Oh
what is
yeah.
this? And then low key said, I don't know. You told me what that is. Me in my head, I was like, look, I'm looking. I'm like, what is that? I started
Yeah.
searching. All I saw was a link. I said, oh yeah, this is gonna be the first thing I listen to today because this is
For
crazy
real.
right now. So I
Right.
made sure to listen to that. Then I listened to the Ice Cube.
Hmm.
Then I listened to the Kendrick again. And then I listened to,
Hmm.
and then I listened to Dom, who we'll be talking about next podcast.
Hmm.
And then I listened to Kendrick again.
Yeah, yeah.
I listened to Kendrick like 3 times, twice in the
I
whip and once in the headphones.
bro, I played it like 4 times in the headphones, a little bit in the whip with my family. Like Cam loving every song, bro.
Hmm.
Especially if it comes to the West Coast pop, because
Hmm.
he was like, this just like he said, this like that's not like us. He said that's what
Hmm.
it sounds like. I
I
was like,
mean, that's
yeah,
what some of the songs do, which
yeah.
talk about that later. But
Hmm.
let me actually look at the notes because we haven't actually talked about an album and dedicated a whole episode to this. B, what are
What's
your
up?
first impressions of this album?
My first impressions is I feel like it's not like I've been seeing this on Twitter as well. It don't feel like it's the album to me.
Hmm.
It kind of feels like a
Some people say a glorified EP or a mixtape.
not even that what's that J. Cole stuff? Might delete later. It gives me
Hmm.
that vibe. Like this is
So
something
like a
to feed
mixtape.
them. Yeah. But overall, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Hmm.
It gave me some fun stuff. It gave me some like vibey stuff he do, and he gave me the some introspective things that Kendrick get into his bag in. But overall, it's cool. It's cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
cool. And what about yourself?
For me, going into this album, I guess my first thing for it was I heard it. I was like, okay, the first track. I'm like, okay, what are we doing right here?
Yeah.
And then the fact of we were kind of speculating because with each
Mm,
Kendrick album, there's like a different sound for this, and a
mm,
lot of people were speculating he's gonna get the West Coast feeling in this project. And
mm,
for most of this project, it is that West Coast feeling. Well, for
mm.
about like half, like maybe
Yeah,
60%.
because it's 12 tracks. I think it's about 6 songs like that. Let's
Yeah,
look.
6 songs that are straight up like the West Coast
Okay, you
sound.
got Peekaboo,
Hmm.
GNX, Hey
Hmm.
Now,
Hmm.
TV Off,
Hmm.
Squabble Up. Yeah, that's 5 songs. Yeah, that's 5 songs that sound like just West Coast tracks.
Hmm.
That's yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
for
typically
me,
not Kendrick.
I'm glad that whatever this is, a lot of people are speculating this isn't an album. I think it's still an album. I don't think, they're just at that big stage to where it's like they're not calling it like a mixtape
I
anymore.
don't think mixtapes are mixtapes anymore. So
Yeah,
yes, it's an album, but I'm saying it don't
mhm.
feel like that
It don't
album
feel
that.
like the big money behind it. It don't feel
Mhm,
like that
mhm.
dynamic sound that he usually has with his albums.
Even though the production on here is stellar to me, I
The
love this
production to
production.
me, it's good. I'll say that for me,
I
it's good.
love
It
this
has to grow on me a
production.
bit. Uh, I, I- I'm 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 a bit hesitant to call it great because we've
Man,
heard better production from Kendrick, like from his beat selection. I get what he was doing for the album. I'm
yeah,
just saying, like, certain things.
I'm talking about the SWV sample, the
Oh, I
freaking
like
one
that.
mic stuff, bro. Like, and
You
me,
talking
I'm
about the
us.
man at the garden?
Ever heard? Yeah, and I
Mhm.
just that's my favorite hip hop song of all time. So, but like when it came to like freaking the West Coast, because that's my sound, bro. I love
Mhm.
that. I love that. So
I like it for certain artists.
yeah, I love it
Mhm.
regardless. Like that beat, like you give me a beat like that. If I don't like
Mhm.
how you rapping on it, I still might rock with that beat. It's gonna make me.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just love that sound. So
Yeah.
that grabbed me instantly.
Yeah. It's very weird that I like the instrumentals on this, but I don't like
Mm,
Not Like Us. I don't like that. Like I don't like the
yeah,
beat on that because I feel like it's too simple and too repetitive. I
it
feel
don't
like these were a
seem
bit more
it don't seem
these
more
were a bit better.
polished. It don't feel
Yeah,
more
because it just
polished than
to
this.
me, Not Like Us, not to hate on the song because I think
Mm,
the first two verses are great.
right.
I think it feels like a loop rather than an actual produced song compared to like something like,
Yeah.
and we're gonna talk about DJ Mustard produced some of these tracks compared to him like producing tracks like this or something for Ty Dolla Sign or something for like
Hmm.
Tyga. To me, these feel a bit more polished than a Not Like Us, even though I'm pretty sure
Hmm.
Not Like Us was a rush beat that he was just sending to everybody at the time and Kendrick just pick it up. But
Yeah.
for me, first impressions, I gotta say, overall, I like this album. I enjoy it more than Mr.
Hmm.
Morales and the Big Steppers,
Oh,
but I
V,
don't
that's
think it's a
easy.
better album. I don't think it's a better album.
Right. I got you. I got you.
Yeah, conceptually, I think Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers, it has its flaws. We talked about it. If you guys want to check out that review, go to the YouTube channel and search it up. I think Mr. Morales has his flaws, but I think this is a more enjoyable and sonically more pleasing album, and it's more
Look,
fun, obviously.
this is so this I feel like the timing is perfect. Okay, like when it comes to like this, what I heard, TBA said this on this podcast. He was
Mhm.
saying how like every game don't have to be a magnum opus. It don't have to be a Elder Scrolls. What's it called Elder Ring. Like
A
that.
Soulsborne game.
Like no. Just like a great game for that year.
Mhm.
So it made me think about like every album could just be like a fun album, a good album.
Mhm.
It don't have to be great. And like the replay value of Mr. Morale to me is low, but
I agree.
it's a better, like you said, conceptual
Conceptually and
album.
lyrically, yes.
Yes, it's a
Writing
better,
wise is better.
yeah, it's a better than this. But this is more replay value. You know what
I
I'm
agree.
saying?
That I
So
completely agree. That's why I said this is
yeah,
more fun. To me, more fun music gets more play in the whip. It
that's
gets
why it's
more
like,
replay.
look, like, have you been still playing the Dragon Ball Z game, right?
Hmm.
You don't be, it's fun. Like it ain't nothing that you have to really
Yeah, but I
think too
know.
much.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put this as get that as game of the year though. Like I
That's what
wouldn't
I'm
do that
saying. It
because
won't be a
mechanically
game.
it ain't there.
That's what I'm saying. But it's a game you could pick up and just have fun and like
Yeah,
replay. That's what I'm just comparing it to. That's how I feel
I
about this album.
no, I completely agree because I seen some people saying, "Oh, album of the year," and me in my head, I'm
Yeah,
like, no.
I'm
Like
not putting it in album of the year
there's
though.
better albums conceptually. Production obviously is a bit more subjective, but conceptually, I think there are some better albums out there. But this album is good. I'm not going to
Yeah,
slight it and say like, "Oh, this album is disappointing.
yeah.
This album is, very
Mm-mm.
bad." Like this is still a good album.
See, what I think is like when it comes to like this album right here, bro,
Mhm,
it's like you can play it, you know what I'm saying,
mhm,
and just jam it, bro. You ain't gotta
mhm,
worry about it. I feel like it's like him saying, okay, y'all talk trash about that last album,
mhm,
about like now. Don't forget, I can make a little bangers here. I can make something for y'all can just
mhm,
play. And that's why I felt about it. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? So I don't know. His next album might be on some poetic stuff. I don't know. He might not even, he probably on
Come
some
on,
under
he was talking to
2000.
Tupac on this one, so you
Bro,
don't think he talked to Tupac on this one as well?
he might be like under 2000, bro. He finna put out
Get a
another
flute?
flute album, bro. Come on. Him and Kendrick and Andre gonna do something together, bro.
Please no,
Oh my
please no.
God.
I mean, technically they were on an album together on Drake's "Take Care."
That's true. But I'm saying, man, Kendrick gonna be rapping over some Andre flutes. You know what I'm saying?
I would not want that. Please God no.
That
But
tree music.
yuck. But let's actually get into the album and actually talk about some of these tracks. First off, overall, how do you feel about the production?
I love it.
Hmm. I
I
thought the
love the
production was
production.
good.
Mm,
I gotta give it a few more listens. It obviously is not the standard of his usual albums, but I'm not gonna
mm,
hold this up to the same standard as those usual albums because if you listen to this, you could tell that he's not trying to do his usual albums.
nah.
He's having a fun album. This is the fun
Mm,
like Kendrick and Friends album basically. This is the result of after him doing the pop out, the things that people claim that he wasn't going to do with putting other West Coast artists on, unknown
mm,
ones. We even got that Hit a J dude that's been clout chasing and riding for Kendrick all these months. He's finally on there, even though he gave a subpar verse. It's whatever. He's on there though, I guess. I mean,
mm.
all that riding, you at least got a placement somewhere.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, but the production was cool for me. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I will say this. Every track on the album I liked. I enjoyed and I
Mm,
will replay again.
mm.
Obviously there were some standouts like that TV
Yeah,
off with the middle.
bro, that
Bust
joint.
out. The first track was really good as well. The
Mustard,
second track
bro.
was good. The squabble up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was really good.
AKA broccoli.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But I will say I did not expect for that to be the second track.
Oh
And
nah.
that track just was fire. It was
Yes, bro.
fuego.
I love that, bro. I was like,
Uh,
I was expecting not even to hear it. Bro, when I
mhm,
heard, I was like, oh, bro, I
mhm.
got lit, bro.
But
I'm
see,
just
I
saying.
haven't heard it since the Not Like Us video came out. So I've only heard it once. So, I really wasn't, I need it. I need the broccoli. I wasn't like
Oh,
that. I was just waiting for the album to come out.
I've been I saw it on like a trailer, I think for F1, the
Hmm.
NBA, of course, and a
Hmm.
few times when I would rewatch like the like that video, just to hear
Hmm.
that part, just like, what is he talking about on there?
Hmm.
Like, what is he saying? So, but other than bro, when I heard it, I already knew what it was, bro. I was like, oh yeah, we in that thing.
But how do you feel about Kendrick's actual like rapping performance on this project?
I think it
And
was
lyricism, I guess we could say.
I think lyrically he wasn't like trying to, like he said in the first track in Whack My Murals. my mural or whatever,
Whacked
that
out murals.
worked out mural. Like he wasn't trying to like be. He's like, I'm not gonna be on no lyrical stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
want y'all to feel everything I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like even on like on the fun tracks, he was just straight up saying what he want to say. Like you can even tell, like even in what's that one song that Gloria, like he was just speaking from a perspective of a pen, which I'm like, cool. But he did the whole like singy stuff in the beginning. Like I didn't feel like he was like actually focused on writing heavy. Like he just wanted to get some stuff off his chest. Like he didn't have to do double entendres. I didn't get none of that from this. I don't know from you, but it just felt like he wanted to just get off some energy and talk on some
Mm-hmm.
of these tracks. So
For me, I feel like this was his most easily accessible album
mhm.
lyrically and conceptually, obviously. But also, I feel that I do feel like he was straight to the point. There was nothing like too wordy or heady. To
Mm-mm.
me, he kind of took the similar approach as to an Absol. And you can kind of tell from the actual topics that he talks about, like how he touches on like Wayne and
Mhm.
congratulate him, like, oh, all the work I
Yeah.
put in. I think Wayne hates me or
Baby,
whatever
I saw
now.
that. Yeah.
Which that's Mr. Narrative right there. Oh, he likes to
Yeah.
paint them narratives real
Yeah.
nice.
No, the one thing about him is like what I like about him, what he's doing is like he said, I'm not holding back. Like he's being like an artist. You know, how artists express how they felt. That made him feel away. Snoop posting Taylor made him feel away. He just
Hmm.
telling, and those legends. And I like when he said something about legends flows, some old flows, and acting like they your favorites, and you still
Oh
pretend like
yeah.
your favorite. Like he was
Hmm.
just saying whatever on his mind, and like he letting you know, like, yo, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive, like most artists are. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So even though it wasn't like approach of like therapy, but he still was getting things off. Like it was crazy when he was like, yeah, I just want to say it. Like I'm not fuck a double entendre, triple
Hmm.
entendre, like. And I felt that from each track. Like he was just saying what he wanted to say. Like I don't know, he
Yeah.
wasn't on like, oh, my pen is like this. Like that's why people like, oh, I saw posts like, oh, he's not he didn't out rap J. Cole. And I'm like, bro, I don't even think that was what he's been trying to do, bro.
And also,
Like,
people was hyping up J. Cole's might delete later. I'm sorry, but I told you, people get fooled by J. Cole because he raps in full sentences.
mhm,
They got to stop that. Like J. Cole, just I've heard him lyrically nicer on a whole bunch of other stuff than might
yeah.
delete later. People say, "Oh, that's his best rapping ever." I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's not. It's
No, it's
not.
not.
It's
That's why when
not.
people say that, I'm just like, what do we? I'm like, did we listen to the same might delete later? I'm like, maybe I got to go back to that because
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff that he said, like he was rapping nice on Port Antonio compared to might delete later.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's why I'm like, some of the, like the whole ABC, I don't know what's L bar. I'm like, did we listen to the same project? But besides that, because this is about Kendrick, going through the track list, 12 songs, about 40 minutes.
Hmm.
Thank you, Kendrick. I did not need an
Perfect.
hour. I did not need an
Perfect.
hour. You just had to say what you had to say. And I feel like this was a strategic move so that way he could have some songs to play at the Super Bowl because that
Oh,
TV
most
off
definitely.
song, the way that that
Yeah.
sounds, oh, come on.
B.
Come on. Imagine him
B.
yelling in the mic mustard.
Mustard. Bro, it's gonna go crazy. It already
Mhm.
became a meme. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be perfect. I felt like this was like, all right, they say I don't got no bangers for the Super Bowl. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? All right, I got a few off here
Hmm.
that's gonna make some little steam before then.
Hmm.
Bro, I think it's gonna be dope, bro. I think it's gonna be. Hey, he
No,
got some joints.
these are the songs that he
He got
needs for
some
the Super
joints.
Bowl.
He got some
These are what he needs, and he's going to be able to basically have a pop out part two, basically up there
packs.
with a whole bunch of these other artists that we don't know of. Because there's a whole bunch of people that wasn't credited, like
Yeah,
in the actual title. I
yeah.
probably they're in the credits in
I
the
think
song,
I think he will like later
like
on.
later on, like
Yeah.
re-add it. I think he will
Hmm.
too. I think Travis Scott did that for Utopia and
Yeah.
also
Tyler did it. Did Tyler do it yet? Because I know
I
his
think
stuff came
Tyler
out.
did it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tyler did
Tyler
do
did
it.
it.
He did do
Yeah.
it. So some of the features that are actually on this project: SZA, Dodie Six, Ink, Roddy Rich, which
Hmm.
very surprising.
Dodger Blue.
Sandu, Ace Cheek,
And yeah,
Dodie Six
he's the
again.
one that was on Schoolboy Q joint. He had a standout verse on
Oh yeah, no,
Schoolboy's
no.
too.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did it twice on this. He's two for two for
Yeah, he
me.
had to, yeah.
We got Hitta J3, Peso, and Young Threat, and SZA again on the last track.
Gloria.
How do you feel
Hmm.
about the features? I thought the features was
Yeah,
cool.
I thought the
Some
feature
of the
was
features
cool.
were standout, but some of
Hmm.
them it was cool. They fit the tone. They didn't mess up. I'll say that.
And one thing I've been noticing for the last TDE drops, besides like Dochi, like from Schoolboy
Absol.
Q, Absol, they've been
Mhm.
putting like people on like from this, from the city. So I thought that's been cool. They've been having like not underground, but people that's probably making some
Way
noise in the
lesser
area.
known. Hmm.
Like Ab had a few of them on his joint. I think
Notorious
Cute,
Meek.
Fresh. I
Hmm.
think he's from the area. It was another person too.
I
It was
forgot
somebody
on
else.
Absol's
Yeah,
project,
it
but
was
I mean,
another
all
one.
these people besides Roddy Rich, I wouldn't say Hit a J, but he's known for
Yeah,
glazing
but we
Kendrick and
yeah, but we don't
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know him. Like I didn't
Hmm.
even know he made music until I went to his page, and I was like, oh, like you doing all this so you could get clout off of him. That way you could bring it to
Hmm.
you. Okay, I get the play. I don't respect the
Hmm.
play, but I get the play. But I mean, we got SZA on here, which he needs the harmonies, he needs the melodies on here. Which I
Yeah,
mean, sometimes he does it himself, but having SZA on here is never a bad thing.
cheat
You know?
code.
Oh, of course. You know what this reminded me of? This whole album, the Black Panther soundtrack, but a bit more concentrated.
Hmm. Yeah,
This is what it
especially.
reminds me of because the Panther soundtrack kind of has a similar sound, especially
Hmm.
with that one RBX, RBE,
Yeah, they RB.
SOB,
What was it called? SOB
SOB. Oh
RBE. Oh
yes.
yeah, I
Mhm.
remember them. Yeah, them was my guys, bro.
Yeah,
They
this is
broke
what
up.
this project kind of reminds me of, the Black Panther soundtrack. But like I said, more concentrated, and this is more of Kendrick's soul thing of like, okay, I don't have a West Coast sounding album. Let me go ahead and give y'all one real
Yeah,
quick.
like
Let me just drop one.
the most West Coast sound album technically is what that he did before this was probably Good Kid, Mad City. Only
I
because
agree.
some of the yeah
Some of the tracks I
some
will
of the
agree
summer
with.
tracks, but this is
Yeah.
like 5 tracks, bouncy
Hmm.
West Coast music. You know what I'm saying?
And this is meant to be bangers. Like I said, to
Yes.
me, this is in line with Soul Burger, basically.
Hmm.
I think they
Hmm.
had a reference to Dough Burger. I'm not sure. The rest in peace of the homie D or something like that.
No,
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I didn't peep up on it. I didn't keep.
But yeah,
But nah,
looking at whacked out murals, what a way to start out an album. What a
B.
top 5 intros of all time.
No. I think it's a really good intro. Maybe
Yeah.
through time it might be like, in
Hmm.
those discussions, I don't know about top five, but in the discussions
Yeah.
of some of the best intros from an album, because like, bro, the setup,
He set the
like,
tone up really nice.
bro, my girl was like, I like this song. I was like, yeah. I said everybody like this joint hard. I ain't gonna
Hmm.
lie, bro. This that joint.
And he was talking his talk.
He was talking, and bro, when that beat that the drums, well, not the drums,
Mhm.
but just that bass. Oh my god, when the beat switch, fire B. I'm like, bro, this is sounding amazing right now.
Uh-huh. I didn't know what we was gonna get into. I'm just glad that he made it a shorter project. I'm just
Hmm.
like, yes, Kendrick, thank you. Because this might be one of his shorter projects if we really look at it.
I think it is,
Shorter
but
projects in terms of albums.
yeah, I'm about to look real quick just to
But yeah,
clarify.
after Whacked Out Murals, we got Squabble Up, which
Yes, we
phenomenal
talked.
second track. Phenomenal
Yes.
second track. Right after that, Luther with that Luther Vandross sample.
Oh, if the world was mine, bro, that was fire, bro.
Oh, I was loving that. Then after that, we got Man at the
Man in the
Garden,
Garden.
which I'm pretty sure you
Oh
love
yeah.
that one. That
Oh
was
yeah, I
more
love that one,
introspective
bro.
track, but also
Yes.
this the one where he was like, I'm deserving of
Wait,
this.
I'm
Do not
deserving of
work for
this. Yeah,
this.
it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
B. B.
Yeah.
This is easily like the best track on the album.
Oh yeah, it is. If you
This is
yeah.
easily the best track.
Hmm. I like that, bro. Then Hey
After that,
Now,
we got Hey Now.
it was cool. It was a
West
cool
Coast.
track.
West
Yeah,
Coast.
West Coast. It was cool.
Six
The reinc
reincarnated.
boy
That's
was
I'm like, okay, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to be like Machiavelli with Don Illuminati? Like, what is this? Like, what? You know, I listened to all the albums this year. It had that same. It sounded like a Machiavelli song, not a
yeah,
Tupac song.
it's a
Machiavelli.
but it's Tupac. It's a
It's supposed to be
Tupac
like Made
sample.
Men or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
Made Men
No,
sample.
but I'm saying
Yeah.
it sounds like Machiavelli, like not Tupac, like off of Don Illuminati.
Oh
That's
yeah, I
what it
know what you're
sounds
talking
more like
about.
off
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Then we
it
got
was
TV off.
intentional.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
TV
I agree.
off. Oh, TV
Because
off,
which
bro.
one was the one where he was talking to himself? Was that reincarnated?
What you mean? Oh, reincarnated at the end when he was talking to the devil and the God was talking to each other and he flipped his
No,
story as
where
the
he was
devil's.
talking. No, where I think he was going back and forth.
Yeah, I'm saying it was God and the devil talking.
So it was on the reincarnated, right?
Yeah, that's on reincarnated.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, I was making sure.
yeah.
Then we got TV off.
Oh my God,
That's
bro, that second beat too, bro. Mustard,
yeah, that
bro,
might be that's a top 5 song of the year right there because
bro,
Kendrick did his thing on that.
bro. I went star, bro. Oh, Apple Music star. I'm like, yeah, bro, this right here.
Oh, that was me
I
the
don't
whole
know,
time. Every time I got done with a song,
like,
at the library.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right after that, Dodger Blue. I
I
really like the
love,
production
I
on that
love
one.
Dodger. I
Yeah,
love that
I
beat.
think that was one that was to me that's like the sleeper pick right there because no one was talking about that. I'm like,
I
that
was,
song is good.
I was saying, I was like, bro, nobody talking about Dodger Blue. It might be my like favorite song on here because I like the
Mhm.
like last day cool, pretty much like flow he had, and then you had like Roddy Rich on the hook, and it felt like didn't it sound like Dom to you when somebody was like
I
for the what he say? What Dom be saying? What they say in the
uh
hook?
uh
Ah, it blanked on me, bro. But it sounded
I
like
know what you're
Dom
talking about
Kennedy.
because there was one I was like, Don would have been perfect on this. You know
Yes,
what I
bro.
would have wished he would have had in this album though?
What?
Kind of like how Future did We Don't Trust You with Prodigy kind of sprinkled in. I kind of wish he would have had Nipsey Hussle sprinkled in
Oh,
like
like some
interview
skits.
segments. Yeah. Like
Hmm.
just sprinkled in here and there somewhere. I
For the
kind of
West.
for me, I
Add
just
that
wish we had that.
add that more some more essence to the West Coast you know
Yeah,
that add
to the
more
actual
to it.
feel,
Yeah, to the feel of it, the West
to the
Coast
whole
feel.
aesthetic that was here.
Hmm.
Peekaboo, great song.
I love Pickaboo,
Great
bro.
song. Oh my,
Pickaboo,
both features great. But then
great.
we got one of the standout tracks, one of the best songs
Oh,
on Hard Part Six.
bro,
B
that sample, bro. Like you, it's a cheat
B
code. R&B, SWV. This sample was crazy, bro.
B. The way that the storytelling on the song, I'm
Hmm.
not
It
gonna
was
say it's the
good.
best storytelling,
Yeah,
but
but
the
it was
way he was
good.
going through it, yeah. But the way he was going through it, I'm like, oh, so you were the reason that Kendrick, I don't know if
Yeah,
I should be happy for you for this song coming
yeah.
out, this album coming out, or I should be mad at you for what could have been.
But what's so dope is about the story. It was just showing how like yo, I didn't understand that. I had to
Mhm,
learn that part because I don't know if Top Dog gave him like control of Black Hippie and he just like yo, I failed. I'm the reason why
mhm,
we failed. And then he got into like that's when I wanted to learn and be a black exec. And then you know what I mean? Because
mhm.
like I think he was saying he got too much wrapped into his own concepts and stuff like that, and that's why he couldn't really focus on the Black Hippie stuff. So it's like I don't know. I just liked it. You showed it. He showed like you know being younger, just being J Rock's hype man, learning and being in those meetings when J Rock was getting his start, and
Mhm.
like him learning from that, and then looking up the Ab Soul, and then Q coming in and not being like a rapper and all
Not
this and
knowing how to
talking
rap and
rap,
basically him picking it up.
yeah, talking about Soundwave, Dave Free, just bringing it
Mhm,
all and saying I like how he called like TDE the family business. Like that was
mhm.
crazy because like they was like a family and then like going off and doing his own thing. So.
Yeah, I like the fact that he was talking about how, like I wanted to become more of an artist
Hmm.
besides just being a rapper. And I was like,
Right, right.
it's like you can't even be mad at that. Like
Yeah,
you
you
can't
can't.
because
You
he wants
can't.
more for himself. So
Yep.
I like the
Yeah.
fact that it does come up to current times instead of just stopping at a certain point. It kind of like wraps up. It kind of puts a bow on like what happened to the
Yeah.
Black Hippie album. Like it puts a
Right,
bow
right,
on there
right.
like
Because
why it didn't happen.
people still ask for that.
Yeah, he still
But
took
come on.
accountability on the song though.
We just made the whole connection.
I just made the whole
You know,
connection.
Heart Part Six, bro. This the real Heart Part Six.
Look, that's why I keep telling people. I'm like him and Drake, like you were saying, this is all love and hip hop.
Yeah.
Because if Drake knew not to put the Hard Part Six on streaming, he knew not to
Hmm.
do that for some reason. Just like how Kendrick didn't put that 616 in LA
Hmm.
on streaming. I'm like, see, they in cahoots with each other. I don't care what anyone says. They talking with each other.
Nah, you heard what
Because
Kendrick said. Kendrick
what
said he gonna take him to hell with him, bro. He ain't never squashing that, bro. He never
please, he
squashing it.
just saying that for the cameras. As soon as the Super Bowl come up, he gonna bring them up and they gonna perform a poetic justice together. I don't want to hear it.
Hey, they're gonna be old and gray if that happened, boy. Poetic justice.
Oh. But next track we have is GNX featuring Hitta, Peso, and
Nah.
Young Threat.
I,
Title track, and he said he
yeah.
did that like what, like what 2 weeks ago or like 2 days ago. I forgot when they said they finished it,
I didn't
but they
know
said
that.
they
I didn't.
yeah, like the person who whatever they was talking about the studio session.
Hmm.
They was like, oh yeah, we just got done with that like 2 days ago or like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like,
Dang, that's
what? I'm like, that
crazy.
is crazy.
I liked how they did the transitions of like tell them so and so did it, tell them
Oh yeah,
it
tell
did
him
it, and
so
then
so.
go
Tell him
to
Peso
yeah,
did
yeah.
it. Who did it?
I
Peso did it.
Peso
Then
did
who
it.
did it? Hitta
Yeah,
did it. Oh yeah, I like
yeah,
that.
I like that too. And I think my favorite verse out of there is I think it was Threats. I liked how
Mhm.
he sounded at the end of that because he
I like the first guy and I like the last guy. I
yeah,
will
that's what
say
I'm saying.
that.
The last guy, I liked him a
Hmm.
lot because he felt his voice felt more menacing, and then how he
Hmm.
finished it out, and it was like Threat did it, and then how he ended it, I was like, oh yeah, he did
Yeah.
it. He the one that really did it. Like
B, did
he
you feel threatened?
yes. I was like, I don't think he should be in the studio. He did something. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's
The stuff I tell Whack 100 on you.
oh my bad. I ain't trying to be in there with the mukbang with the feds.
And then the last track we have, the 12th track. And like I said, I gotta praise Kendrick for making this a shorter project. This did not
Hmm.
need to be an hour. He did not make it an hour. Straight to the point, 40 minutes. Last track,
Hmm.
Gloria, featuring SZA, the song about him and his pen.
Yeah.
Which I was like, the fact that he said
It's
at the end, I'm like, is this supposed to be like a homage to Kanye where he was like, if you don't know what I'm talk about Chicago. And
I
I'm like,
go, you
oh,
know,
very on the nose. We could have
yeah.
got it. Like, okay.
I got it when he said your favorite movie is The Notebook Grammy. That's when I really got it. I'm like, oh, he's
Mhm.
talking about the pen.
Yeah, because
But
at first I'm like, he's talking from the perspective of something. I'm like, is it words? That's at first I was like, words?
yeah, that's the only track. Like, it's not a bad track. It's just I don't care about that. Like Kiko said it perfectly when my
Shout out
boy
to
was
Kiko.
hating,
Yeah,
but
of
he
course.
said
I
he
told him
put
that. Thank you.
he put the Kevin Garnett at the Nets, and I'm like, yeah, that's how. It was like, bro, like, yeah, you could wrap in a perspective or something, but him telling us what it was at the end, I was like, you didn't have to
It's
tell
too,
us.
yeah, it's
It's too,
literally,
yeah,
you make it too obvious. I'm just like, the only time I liked that was when Kanye said it, but that's because Kanye was more so on his song making rather than his lyricism at that time on graduation.
yeah,
Uh,
but one thing about Kanye's, it was so right on the nose though. Even before he
yeah.
said it, like,
Oh
bro,
yeah, yeah, like, yeah,
I, come on, it's like, come on, bro,
yeah.
like.
We know.
I knew
Like,
that when I was like, when that came out like middle school. I'm like, yeah, bro, I know what you're talking about. If you don't know by now, I'm talking about
but
Chantel.
me in love again. But yeah, I will say that this was a good ending track though. I will
Yeah, it
say
was.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, B, how do you feel about the pacing? Because I feel like the first half was kind of like the more like somber sounds or
Mhm.
songs, while the second half was like the more up tempo stuff. How do you feel about the pacing with that? Because for me, I was just like, I like that this is divided. I feel like I don't know pacing wise, like I get it because the first half was a bit more somber, a bit more introspective, while the second half was okay. I'm
You
about to
got
start.
you got that from the first half.
The
Me, I'm
first
like,
half was a lot more introspective compared to the second half with the West Coast songs.
I think what he did with like, I know like the West Coast tracks is like it's what you have three of them technically in the second half,
Okay, Hey
but
Now, TV
but
Off, Dodger Blue, Peekaboo.
to me it was like this. But it to me it felt consistent. Like it
Mhm,
felt like one of those like a traditional like album that has different sounds but not like
mhm,
too far left. You
mhm.
know what I'm saying? It didn't throw me off.
You just didn't feel like no. I don't
Yeah,
think to me it didn't
that
throw
was
me off
the pacing was
because
fine to me. The pacing was fine. It actually this album does not feel like it's 44 minutes. To me, it felt like at least 34. Like I don't know why. It
Mhm.
felt like I was back around to to whacked out murals. I'm like,
Yours.
dang, like I'm already finished it. Like
Yeah, for me this album, every time I got to Gloria, I'm like already,
Eddie,
but then
yeah,
I got
that's
to
what I'm
remember it's
saying.
12 songs.
Yeah, yeah.
But for me, I enjoyed the pacing. To me, it felt like two different halves because
Hmm.
a lot of the songs that are, I guess you like you were saying, there were some introspective songs, but the ones that were and that were in that second half, they were a lot more up tempo compared to the ones in
Yeah.
the
Oh
first
yeah,
half.
because you had three of them. You had three of them
Yeah,
at
the
the
heart.
second.
Besides Gloria, obviously, I'm
Mm,
excluding Gloria, but like reincarnated to me, that's when you're doing this Tupac Machiavelli thing. I'm
yeah.
just like,
Yeah. Reincarnated.
yeah, and I'm just like, but yeah. Overall, for me, first impressions for this project, I enjoy it. Nah, I
Yeah.
seen some people saying that, oh, this is better than Section 80 and Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers. And I'm like, all right. Like, first of all, some people say the album of the year after first listen. People
Yeah,
say,
they
all
got
right,
us.
where do you rank this in Kendrick's discography? I'm like, calm down, calm down.
Come on,
Let's
bro.
let's chill out.
Let's
Let's
relax.
see. But see, people are a prisoner of the moment because B. I'm sorry, like this album is not bad. This album is good.
Yeah.
It's not better than Good Kid, Mad City. It's not better than Section 80. I seen people say Section 80. I'm like, come on, dog. Like, did we forget what
Bro,
Section 80 was?
bro, some people don't understand that Section 80 is some people number one. Like
Mhm.
still. That album's amazing.
It's
Like, bro,
either
it's
Section 80 or it's either because this is the top three. Like this is like when you do the Kanye top three.
mhm,
Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly. You can order
facts.
them however you want. But personal list in terms of like your favorites, yeah, obviously,
That
yeah, you can switch it up
you can
however you
switch it up.
want.
Nobody's
Yeah,
gonna
but if we're
battle you on
talking
that.
about best, like we're trying to have a more objective conversation.
Hmm.
Obviously, this is all based on subjectivity because it's all our opinion and based off our bias. Come on, like Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly. Like those are the three. Like I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like yes, Dang is a good album. Yes, Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers, good album. Disappointing, but good album.
Hmm.
But it's like, come on, those three.
This,
Like
to me, this
let's not play.
to me, this like damn light. Like this 2024
I
damn.
agree. I
This
agree because this
2024
has a
damn.
lot of the bangers, and to me, a lot of these songs can stand on their own. You can listen to it without having the context of the album.
One thing I was looking for was Baby Keem somewhere. There's no Baby Keem.
I wasn't. I feel like he's been hibernating, but he also say he's been working on the album as well, though.
Yeah, I was just like, at least get a Baby Keem type track. You know when Baby Keem wants something. That's why I was
Mhm.
like, but you got none of that because you know the
Did
little
you feel
stuff
like he would have fitted on any of these songs, like sound wise, like what he
on these
usually does with
songs.
his
No,
sound?
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
for
no.
me, I didn't, I wasn't expecting him, so I wasn't looking for him. Honestly,
Yeah.
when I saw that there was no features, I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna pull a J. Cole kind of and go through this whole thing with no features. That's what I was
Hmm.
thinking. I'm like, if he goes through this whole thing with no features, this will be an incredible feat for Kendrick. This
Yeah.
will be
I,
fantastic because
I think
only
he
J.
can.
Cole out of the big three has done that so far.
No features. Yeah, he has Untitled Unmastered, but that's not
Yeah,
an
but those are
album.
throwaways, Lucy's and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And plus, I'm pretty sure he has people that.
but those better than most of J. Cole projects.
Okay, see, I'm not getting into that discussion right there because I gotta re-listen to Untitled Unmastered. I haven't heard that in I don't know how long. But yeah, going over this album, I give it a solid 3.5 out of 5 for the first day of me listening.
Yeah,
Like I said, I heard it 3 times, twice in the whip, once in the headphones. I give it
Mhm.
3.5 out of 5. It's a very, very solid album.
Yeah, it's
I'm
very
hesitant to
solid.
call it great because I need to have a little bit more time with it. But off the first impressions, I didn't think this was bad. Not at all. But I'm
One bad
also
at
not
all.
no, I'm not comparing this to his previous projects unless I'm ranking his projects. But yeah, this is a solid project. I wouldn't even say it's disappointing because you could literally tell what he's going for on this album
Yeah,
if you listen
this
to
is
it.
like that
Shouldn't
fun
expect
album.
like, yeah.
Yeah,
And plus, I
bro.
don't
No.
think I need to have, like you were saying earlier, that I think it got cut off in the actual recording.
Mhm.
Not everything needs to be the magnum opus.
It don't, bro.
Sometimes you could just have put something out there, feed the fans. That's what a lot of artists been doing this year, feeding the
hmm
fans.
That's why, bro. That's why from this release, bro. Bro, it's solidified, bro. This is one of the get bet. It's one of those years.
Hmm.
Not just with music, just with things that happened this year with 2024 in hip hop. Like it probably wasn't the best sales wise, but like look at the albums we got, look at the moments we got. This is gonna be one of those years.
And hopefully can
Like,
wane out some of the fake fans too.
yeah, because that's one thing that was bad thing that came out of the beef. Because I felt like we never had this type of like this. I feel like this is Nas and Jay Z. If it had social media, we probably would
Hmm.
have saw the divide. But
But I think it's even crazier because these are two people from two different countries and two different cultures. Jay Z and
mhm,
Nas were at least both from New York and they were both black.
yeah,
You know
that's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying.
Well, fully
Yeah,
black. So
yeah,
I think this one was a lot worse because there was a
yeah,
lot more things to be divided on.
yeah.
Then
And
J.
one.
Cole got to be put in the middle, and it was like, oh, look at those two light skins. It's the two mixed ones. I'm like, oh my god.
And then J. Cole, oh well, I said J. Cole. Drake and Nas also are like traditional MCs when it comes to Drake. Not saying he's not traditional, like he can rap, but like he has the pop elements as well. Like he's seen as a pop star,
Even
which
though
also,
Kendrick has collaborated with more pop stars, technically.
yeah, yeah. But I'm saying in the way of like who not collaborating, but like what Drake is like, he's so big that he's looked at as like,
Pause.
bro, yeah. Oh yeah. It's only Big D in his video proof. but but what I'm saying is like he is like all people said, oh, he's not a rapper because nobody could say Jay-Z's not a rapper. Nas is not a
Mhm.
rapper. So Drake has all this hate on him, and you got people that's traditional fans that love Kendrick. That's also another divide. Then you got the mainstream people that love like Drake. That's probably not a like, oh, Kendrick music boring. So it was just to me, I think it was so much that can divide these two artists that made this. Like it's people that hate Kendrick. It's people that don't
Mhm.
like that super don't like Drake, that don't
Mhm.
even care for Kendrick music at all. But they just don't
Mhm.
like Drake. So it was just a melting pot of so much that made this beef crazy. So but it gave us some great music out of it. Cause
It
look,
did.
we got some J. Cole, we
Mhm.
got a little, few Drake songs. Maybe next year what Drake do? Is he still gonna be chilling? Oh, he dropped something.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I think I just hate the fact of I'm over here, I'm jamming the album. I go on Twitter B, I see
Mm.
talks about Drake, and I'm just like, oh my
Oh no,
god.
bro. When I listened to the album, I did not. I went to Twitter when I was done because I'm
Hmm.
like I couldn't. I don't now want to hear people talk about it. I don't want to
Hmm.
hear none of them niggas, bro.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, they
I
were
was
annoying. And then people, we can't talk about Kendrick without Drake. I'm like, you're literally one of the accounts that's doing it. What are you talking about?
it's
And then
sad, bro.
people like Busby, Ack, I thought you said you was gonna have the date of when the album dropped. I'm like, why does it matter? The album's here.
Yeah,
Keep
it's here, bro.
pressing. You
Like, come on,
already
let's.
know someone who's always chilling, they had to do some messy stuff
Oh
for the
yes.
I'm like, all right, come
Oh
on,
yeah,
dog. Like, what are we doing
yes,
on here?
bro.
But
You know
yeah,
how they be, bro. But hey,
facts.
we
But
got
the
some good.
reception online, it seems like it's been mixed across this album. Because at first, when I first saw online, people was loving it. Everybody was loving it.
mm,
But now as the days went by, it seems like a lot more people are mixed on this project.
Yeah, I seen most of the people I saw that don't like it are mostly like Drake fans.
Hmm.
They were saying, "Oh, he went 0 for 12." I'm like, "Come on." I'm like, "Bro, the album." Like, most people I
Yo, for
see
12, the hell for 12 is
and
hilarious.
they tripping. To me, he probably went like 12 for
12 for
12.
12. 12 for 12.
Yeah, most definitely.
At, at,
But
at, at least 10 for 12 or 11
Hmm.
for 12 at
That's what I'm saying.
least.
Like I'm saying, he's shooting a good percentage on this project here.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, but yeah, I only that's the I swear, bro. The only time I seen people with mixed reviews, they either like saying, "Oh, this is a good project," but he ain't out rap J. Cole this year, or
I've seen that as well, which
or
I'm
I'm
just
seeing,
like, this is better rapping, or at least equal. No, most of this was better rapping than J.
yeah.
Cole's My Delete Later. But I might need to revisit My Delete Later because I've been
I,
listening to J. Cole to warm up and to come up. Oh, I miss when J. Cole was hungry, B. I
it's
miss when he was hungry.
it's so crazy. Like I just feel like, well, I just see it's just multiple. It's different type of fans, bro. Like that start these different narratives on Twitter. It'd be so weird to me. To me, it'd be some people that just be lame to me. They
Hmm.
be saying like weird stuff. It's like, bro, who even think that? Like, why are
Yeah.
you even saying this? Like, that don't even make sense. And it's just, I don't know. It's just some people, bro. Like, I hate to feel like this, bro, but some of these people don't need to be here, B. Like, get out of this.
Out
Like,
of the space, right?
yeah, yeah, get
Oh.
out the space. Yeah. Because some
Yeah, I
stuff I've been
agree
like,
because some people I'm just like, are you actually listening to are you actually listening to this to actual give an actual critique and opinion
mm,
and like actually have it be respectable? Or are you just out here just trying to banger hunt? Are you just trying
yeah,
to hunt for a banger on Twitter? Because I'm
yeah,
tired of those. I'm tired of the engagement things as well.
yeah,
Even though I did it a little bit, but I also was kind of more so engaged in the first impressions because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I could always gauge like, oh, what are my first how did I feel first impression wise based off
Hmm.
this project and this project? Because like I
Yeah.
said on Twitter, I said each of the big three now have dropped a mixtape like project in their peak
Hmm.
of their
Yeah.
career, or drop like some surprise project in their career. I'm like, like who has the best one out of all of them? And I don't mean
Hmm.
like literally of all time because I think honestly Drake might, but out of all of them, like in terms of like first impressions, like oh this dropped, like I didn't know this was dropping, like
Hmm.
from My Delete Later to this to if
To
you read this is too
if
late,
you read
or
this
we
too
could do
late.
Scary Hours if you want to do latest projects
Hmm.
to see the latest three that the people have, I mean, that the big three have put out. Like,
Oh,
who
but
has
scary
like the best
hours.
one based off of first? Yeah, but I'm saying if
Yeah.
I had to put latest, like if I had to
Yeah.
compare the latest, but I really want to compare like the
I'll pick
initial, like
Kendrick out
you
of
pick
them
Kendrick.
three.
I
Out of
thought
them
which
out of them
one out
three.
of the Farina's Too Late and this
Oh
and
no, no, no.
then
I won't
oh
pick
out of the
none of them.
Scary Hours ones.
Yeah, the scary hour one, yeah, the latest stuff. I'll pick Kendrick stuff. But out of
Okay,
if it's reading this is too late.
Farina's Too
Personally, I
Late,
don't
My
care.
Delete Later, and this.
You know, I don't care about the if you reading this too late. I go this album. Even though
Mm,
I know the most popular vote will be if it's reading this too
yeah,
late. I just don't
mhm,
like that project like that. It's
yeah,
songs on there that
yeah,
none of the stuff on here could compete with to me.
mhm,
That's on the Drake joint, the
mhm.
ones I like. But overall, I just don't care for that project. I just don't.
Yeah, which I
Yeah.
mean, bad opinion as usual, but
Yeah.
we move. But yeah,
I just don't care for that
based off my
project.
first impressions, I still have Drake at it because to me it was more unexpected. But this is still good because this also was a bit. To me, the only person that kind of disappoints is the J Cole one, unexpected wise, because we got literal J Cole. Like J Cole didn't do nothing different. At least with the Drake one and GNX, they both did something a bit different out of their wheelhouse, or at least
Hold up.
more different.
J. Cole did do something different on my reading this too
What?
late. Remember that little track he did? The little
Oh, where he
the
actually deleted something later?
no, the other track. The one you liked. When he was doing a little Caribbean
Oh,
stuff.
oh, yeah, wait, I
I
do
got
like that track. I forgot the name of it. Anything
trash.
Dang, I forgot the name of it.
Trash.
No, but I mean, I liked all three though. I think the big
Yeah.
three are still reigning strong. I mean, Drake was Scary Hours 3. Besides the For All the Dog stuff, Scary Hours 3 was solid. Might Delete Later, solid enough. I like it because it was banger J Cole
Hmm.
and GNX. Now we have banger Kendrick.
Yeah.
I've been
So
waiting for a banger album from
that's
Kendrick
it.
besides Dang. Dang
It's
was that one, even though it's still that one. It's still
it's
that
the
one. But we
yeah,
got another one. We needed another one from Kendrick
the
because
2024
Mr.
day.
Morales, yeah, because Mr. Morales and Big Steppers it had like maybe a handful of bangers out of the whole album.
Yeah.
This
And that
one,
was
he needed to recoup on that.
yeah, that's that Grand National music B.
What does that mean?
Grand National, that's the car that he was talking about. That's why it's called GNX, Grand
Oh,
National X.
some people say, oh, it's because it's Generation X. I think that's what Deleted said. I think that's his name.
Nah, it's because of the Grand National.
Mm, the
Yeah,
car.
that car. Yeah,
Mhm.
but
But why X for what
I think that's
2010
the
or like what
I
or the
think the
model?
X. I think it's that model. But
Or this could
Grand.
be like his 10th project, right? Because we have C4.
No, I
We
don't think
have
it
Kendrick
has.
Lamar EP.
I think it's something to do with the Grand National,
Oh,
if I'm not mistaken. But
mm.
do you think it's more coming from this? Do you think this is the album, or do you think it's more?
I think
Because
there's more coming. I think he wanted to get some more bangers out the prepared for the Super Bowl. I
hmm
think right now he's coming up with a Super Bowl set, and he's like, "F, I do
hmm
need some more bangers to set this off right." Because while Kendrick Lamar does have bangers, he needs some loud anthem like bangers. He needs more of them to really get the
No,
people going.
so
Because
it's
them
the
somber
Grand.
songs is way too somber.
Yeah, it's Grand National Experimental. So it's the GNX. It's the car.
Mm.
Generation X tell them Twitter people to just shut up, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they talking about. Because I know people love this Buick. It's a really popular
Mhm.
Buick. Kev, you know Kev. Remember him? They used to do the YouTube videos. He's gaming with Kev now. Him, Brock, and all of them.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
He bought like two of these cars like three years ago on his because he collect
On his
cars
other
now.
channel.
Yeah,
Oh,
that boy
okay. That's nice.
rich. That boy rich now.
That YouTube
But yeah,
bread.
man. Yeah, bro. This was dope, and I think he's gonna drop something else, bro. I think, like you said, like I think it's just a filler, bro, for right now.
Yeah, I
Put some
think,
more
like I
stuff out
said,
there.
right now he's just trying to gear up for Super Bowl. This is a Super Bowl anthem. I mean, the Super Bowl album before he comes out for the Super Bowl, just to get a few more bangers. Because B, that TV off, you know that's going to be at the Super Bowl.
That's gonna be crazy, bro.
That's going to be at the Super Bowl. I can't imagine the set that he'll have at the
Bro,
Super Bowl.
you think he gonna have Mustard DJing like on out there with him?
Mustard
You
and
think?
maybe DJ Head because DJ Head is his DJ too. I
I
think.
know, but him and Mustard, they got TV off and they got like not like
True.
us, right?
You think he might bring Future up there as well, just so they do the
Mm,
like that thing again and transition back to not like us.
no, Future stupid. All that yapping he was doing on GQ. We'll
Yeah,
talk about it on
yeah,
Monday,
we'll talk
but
about that in the next episode.
man,
Overall, I enjoyed this album. I'm not saying
same.
that this is the best. I honestly will say if we had to rank this B album wise, because we
Mm.
don't know, because a lot of people say, "Oh, this is a mixtape. This is the mixtape." We don't know that for sure yet, and Kendrick ain't gonna come out and say anything either. If I had to rank this might be his weakest album.
His weakest album. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to rank it. Like I don't even.
Like if I had to rank it, obviously we'll have our full review and our
If
more fleshed out thoughts. This is the longer version because it's our first impressions.
I wouldn't even say
But
it's the weakest album.
you know what I mean when I say that.
No,
I'm
I'm
not
finna
saying this is
tell
a weak
no.
album.
I'm
Okay.
about to tell you what's the weakest album. Even though
Mhm.
I know it's his personal album. Mr. Morales and Big Steppers. It's not to me is weaker when it comes to like replayability. I think that's weak, bro.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I think that's the weaker album.
But you don't have any albums that are great to you, but you just don't go back to them like that?
Mr. Morales and Big Step is not a great album. It's
I'm just saying
not
in general. I'm just saying in general. You know we've
any
already done our
oh
review for
any great album.
that you think are great or good, but you just don't return back to it because the replayability isn't high for you.
Oh, it's yeah, it's but Mr. Morales won't put. I won't consider that for me.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be great. Like To Pimp a Butterfly, I used to return to more, but in my later years, I haven't. It's
Mm-hmm.
been like a few years since I played it, but it's a great album to me that I could go back to and I will love. But like Mr. Round Seven, not great to me. It's
So you
just
think
not,
that this album, based off our first impressions, obviously, you like this
bro.
more? Well, I
I
mean,
don't, bro. I like this more. I don't even need
I
first
said that.
impressions.
I said that.
My first listen. I'm like, yeah, I don't care for Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. Rounds is not bad. It's it just don't do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I love Rich Spirit though.
Yeah, there's some songs like I said. If we
Mhm.
could cut down, like if we could combine the two discs of Mr. Morales and Big Steppers and cut a
Yeah,
lot of fat off,
it's a
that'd be
great
a great
album in there.
album.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of bloat in there. There's a lot of fat in there. It didn't need to be two discs. It
hmm
didn't need to be Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. It just need to be, one title, whatever you want to make it to make it one disc. But yeah, overall, really good project, Kendrick. Really
Kendrick
good.
this thing, bro. This is why he's always number one in the big three. B. He just better than them.
Hold up now. Hold up. You know
B
I'm not gonna let you slide with that. You know
B
I'm Nation of Drizzle here. I'm not gonna let you slide with
B
that. I'm not
B.
gonna let you slide with that.
He's just better than them, bro.
I'm not gonna let
He's
you slide with that.
B. He's just better than them, man. And it's like, look,
Lyrically, maybe. Lyrically, that's
no,
it.
bro. Bro. Kendrick presentation's better. Like it just be better than him. His whole overall, his stuff just be better, bro. I don't know why they just you just gotta admit it, dog. It just be better.
You know I'm not doing that. My replayability factor
Bro, I
for
play
Drake is
Drake.
much
I
higher,
play
B.
same
And that's
B.
where we come into the same thing again.
But I'm just saying, when it comes to
That's what
like Kendrick presentation, his artistry, his rapping, it's just better than them. And I'm sorry. And I listen to Drake way more. Bumping Scorpion, freaking, I don't know how long this week.
classic.
I
Classic.
just, I've been saying this, and you late on it.
I
The
know, I
Nation
know.
of
I
Drizlam, and you
apologize.
late on the Scorpion.
I
What you
know.
said? Look at me.
I gotta play. But you know, I hate Drake. I hate a lot of Drake stuff when I first hear it, though. In
What?
general,
What? 2018, boy. I was on that Scorpion heavy. But Kendrick, bro, I want some more music next year. And
I don't know. You think he's gonna come out soon? You know, when it comes to Kendrick, he does one move and he goes hibernates for like 3 or 4
no,
years.
I'm thinking what's gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna get it. I don't think we're gonna get it as soon as we think. I think
Mhm.
we're gonna get something next year though. Cause I'm telling you, bro, the songs, the bop songs he made, come on, bro. Them was nothing to Kendrick, bro. All he had to do is do his little voices, be on beat, make a little
Mhm.
humorous, charismatic things. Bro, that's nothing to him.
Mhm.
You know he's working on something that's gonna be like a concept. Just he's working on a Kendrick album. I know it. And it might come out next year. And I'll be looking for it. Looking for it. I think he's gonna have a traditional rollout with like a single, blase, blase, blah.
Did he have
Because
one with Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers?
a single he dropped in '95, and he no he dropped the Heart Part 5. I remember that
Mhm.
coming out, and then the album came out. I think a
Which is why a
few.
lot of people were saying like, "Oh, this isn't the album," because he usually drops a Heart series
Oh,
before the new project comes out, whatever.
that is true.
But what
That is
about the
true.
Heart? Which Heart series is it? The one that's on overly dedicated, which sadly is not on streaming.
That's a mixtape,
Yeah, but it's still on the project though.
but it's a mixtape. B
But it's still
wasn't
on
an
the
album,
project.
but it was a mixtape.
How long was it before overly dedicated came out? Before Section
Section
8?
80 came in. Like a Section 80 came out in 2011, right? Or 2012. I think it came out in
Oh,
2012. Overly Dedicated came out in 2010.
let me see. Overly dedicated to 2010. Section 8 came out 2011.
Okay, it was 2011. I knew it was my senior year. I just remember playing my dad rigor mortis and like, yo, this dude's next on my laptop when he brought
And he
it out.
said, "Hey,
Like,
son, please turn that off."
nah, he said, oh, you think so? I was like, yeah, he nice. He's gonna be the next guy. Watch.
Mhm.
But
I
Kendrick,
wish I had
bruh,
those fruitions with my favorite rappers.
who's that? Crit, Bun B, Logic.
Speaking of Bun B, Logic. Okay, now you're getting disrespectful, man. How do I end this show right here? But yeah, overall, really good project. We'll actually give
Mhm,
our actual review after we
mhm.
give it a few more listens and we let our opinions actually settle in, our feelings
Yes,
settle
sir.
in for this project. We'll give it on, let me see, episode comes out Wednesday. We'll probably
Hmm.
have that video out by Wednesday afternoon. So yeah,
Hmm.
make sure y'all stay tuned for that. But these are just our first impressions.
Yes,
Not
sir.
to be like these other reviewers who the album hasn't even been out for 12 hours, and then a few hours later after they wake up, they give it one listen and give you guys a review. Even though we're basically giving a review right here, this is really our first impressions. We got to let
Yes.
it live with us during the weekend to see how we really feel
Yeah,
with
because
it.
we didn't really get into I didn't get into most of the details of like some of the lyrics and stuff, what I
Hmm.
spoke about, how I felt about some of the stuff. Just
Hmm.
how I felt about the project right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plus,
First
everybody's talking about
impressions.
this. We need to eat off that algorithm as
Yes,
well.
sir. Yes, sir. You
But
got it.
yeah.
What, you gonna drop this tomorrow, V? You gonna try to get
Oh, of
it?
course. Well, for them,
Yeah.
it's out for them.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
at the time of us recording this, this is the Friday night of this album dropping because it dropped literally the afternoon of today, and so we
Hmm.
have to give our first impressions of it because this is an emergency episode right here. We've
Yes,
only done
sir.
like one of these, which
Mm-hmm.
again was related to Kendrick when he was on
Mm-hmm.
Future's "We Don't Trust You." So this man is always going to be the reason we do emergency episodes.
Hey, and that shows you a lot. He
All
moves the
right,
culture.
man.
Just saying.
All right, man. Look, we gonna do it for Drake too. But it
We
said
gonna
Drake
see.
actually does a rollout
Hold
though,
up.
unlike him.
You see Drake gonna be on the stream tonight?
With
He
that
gonna be on.
XQC dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He gonna be on the stream. So
Hey,
you
B,
gonna be
look,
you gonna be seeing some clips of that, bro. Drake is definitely
he's throwing
a
shots.
Republican.
He's
No, I'm
subbing.
just saying he's definitely Republican, bro. He's
Hey,
on freaking.
he's Donald Trump.
He's on kick, bro. Like, bro can't go to a casa that he can't go to Twitch, bro. Drake over there doing steak streams.
Hey, go. That boy betting on there. Hey,
Oh
maybe
my
he was
god,
betting on if Kendrick was going to drop or not.
boy! You think he played the album?
He probably did a skim through it, had to skim through it.
I bet he was like,
Look, I bet he's like, look, he was
hey,
standing up the whole time. Listen, like, I
hey,
watch him say something.
hey, he admitted that that like us was dope. At
Oh
the
yeah,
end of
he said, man, I would have been jamming to that if you wasn't on some old BS. You was on some other ass
that's
shit. I
so
really
crazy
could have
about
danced to
it.
that.
It's
I
crazy, Drake.
told you.
He didn't have to say that, bro. That made why did you say that?
But that's why I'm saying Drake. That's why I keep saying throughout that whole week, Drake was not taking this seriously. That man's like, man, but you had to double down on that, man. He said,
Nah, bro.
it was good to get the pen working. That's what he's talking about. Beat Gloria. That's all Kendrick was talking about. Gloria. That was the pen beat. He had to get it working.
I'll never forget that meme about when Drake said that. It had him like all beat up. Yeah,
Oh
little
yeah, he was in the
workout.
cast of the. It's good to get the pen working. He was in the hospital and all casted.
Hold on, I have one more thing before we go, bro. Do you hear when
Uh-huh.
Kendrick? I forgot what song it was, but Kendrick was like, "I just choked out a goat." He said he choked out a goat. I forgot what song. I'm like, was he talking about Drake? He said he
That
choked
sounds
out a goat.
familiar, but I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, I was like, did he talk about Drake? He's
He
like,
did
I just.
also make a mention on the first song that I told you I was gonna let the party die, something
Oh
like
yeah, oh
that. And I'm
yeah,
like,
no, no. Oh no,
oh,
he was talking about the beef in that one.
yeah, that would watch the murals. Oh,
Yeah,
or was it whacked out
whacked
murals?
out mirror.
I
We
do
gonna
like the
talk.
fact that he was touching on certain things, like like they scribbled out my mural. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he said,
Oh
"Yo, if I'm not no legend, don't know legends exist."
yes, yeah. We gonna talk about it Monday, V. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, have more time to actually dive into it. We do have other album reviews coming out, so don't worry. We will be having other stuff to talk about on that episode besides Kendrick because we are not
Oh,
just a Drake and Kendrick pod.
bro, before we dip, bro. But did you listen? You listen to Dumb album, right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you need to listen to his other album, that one he put
Which
out
one?
like last month.
Oh yeah, because him and all of Potty Mouth, the whole I think his community, they
Hmm.
was all releasing on the same day type thing.
Yeah,
So they was all
yeah,
releasing the project. We need
yeah.
to listen to it. Does that need a
I
review
said,
too?
not yet. I just want you to hear it and what you think about it, because it's a different approach from the other album.
Okay, because
Totally
I heard
different.
another song came up. I think it was called Change something, but it was off of a different album of his. It came
I'm
up in
talking
my
about this.
recommended. No,
Listen
I
to
know
the
what you,
story.
I know what you're talking about. The story of Icarus.
Icarus,
I'm
yeah.
saying another song came out. I mean,
Mm,
came up in my Spotify recommended, and I'm like, oh, this is different compared to the actual album we just heard. So this
yeah.
is interesting. It'll be interesting. So shout out to Don from Potty Mouth. I was actually in a live stream last
Oh,
night,
you
and
was,
they was listening to like Kenny Mason, Danny Brown,
yeah, yeah,
Dom, and Four are hilarious,
yeah.
man.
They wild, bro. They some
Yeah,
wild boys.
they're wild. Shout out to them. Y'all probably already know them if you're watching this though.
Yeah.
But yeah, uh, but B, before we head out of here, you got any closing notes?
Hey, man. The boy K Dot is spoken, man. You know what I'm saying? He finishing out the year. Everybody gonna call it the album of the year. I don't think
Yeah, I don't
that
think
is
that
I
yet.
don't think it's like an album of the year, but I could say, honorable mention of like one of the top albums, fun album that came out this year.
Hmm.
If I continue to play this, we'll talk about it Monday, but it might be number 11, 10. You know what I'm
Top
saying?
10? Number 10
Maybe,
sneak.
maybe, maybe,
So
maybe,
is that
maybe
gonna bump
sneaky.
Absol to number 9? Since you said Absol might be sneaking in that 10?
Oh, nah. We gonna see.
Oh, so that might knock out Ab. Oh,
We
this is
gonna
gonna
see,
be an
bro.
interesting conversation, Pete. This is gonna
Oh,
be
nah,
interesting.
bro. I'm for to start working on my list though. I
Oh,
really
we need to
do.
talk about
It's
what list that we gonna do.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about that.
Off
Yeah,
recording. We need to talk about which list we need to do.
we need to work on that. Yeah. But
And we need to actually make a BBC award, like where we
oh
actually like really like have to come together to decide like the winners and
yeah.
stuff.
Whack rapper of the year, V.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, we gonna have contenders and everything. I'm down.
Hey,
I'm down for
hey,
the slander.
yes, sir.
But
I'm
yeah,
ready.
but that's about it for another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture, emergency episode because whenever Kendrick drops, he makes the
It's
world
a
stop.
it's an emergency. You know what I'm
Yeah, it's an
saying?
emergency. We had to get right. We had to come correct this time. But before we actually head out, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button and like the video if y'all haven't on the YouTube. Come to the YouTube to watch the actual show because this is the main hub for the actual show itself. You can watch it on other platforms, make sure you come to the YouTube, because that's here you can watch the clips. You can replay certain segments, clips that you want to rewatch or that you want to actually refer back to, actually see our thoughts on certain things. Like I said, we did already talk about Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers. We also talked about Kendrick's verse on Like That. We've talked about that earlier this year. It's all clipped up. It's all present on the actual YouTube channel. So make sure y'all come to the YouTube channel, subscribe. Link will be in the description wherever you are watching / listening to this. Make sure you support the video. Like I said, timestamps are down below in case you need to go back to a certain part to see what we was talking about or to replay a certain part and maybe not lose your step. We will be talking about this album in full, even though this is the longer conversation that we're having because this is the first impressions. We'll be talking about this longer on the actual regular episode, the regularly scheduled programming. We'll be talking about this with our actual fully thought out thoughts, fleshed out opinions, full review with other reviews that will be coming as well, especially Ice Cube. I'm ready to talk about that one. But yeah, all of our socials will be in the links down in the description down below. And if you are an up and coming artist and you want to submit your project to us, whether it be an album, mixtape, EP, or a single, check out the Google form that will also be in the Linktree link in the description down below. Just because you fill it out does not guarantee that we will check it out or review it, but hey, submit it. You get a chance to be featured on the BBC Rolodex.
Yes, sir.
All that being said, my name is Chase the Dark Sage.
I'm T.
Peace.
Peace.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.